Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another New York session over here. This is the 19th November here today. And what we see is now finally we see some sort of a breakout in GPJPY, but we're not sure if that's a short-lived breakout or is that breakout's going to stay. So we're going to take a look at that. I'm just going to wait for the whole gang to come in. Oh, we got the entire team here today. All right. So let's start with what we always start with. We start with some basic breakdown. So let's take a look at the daily time frame here. And let's just take a look at what's going on here in the daily time frame. So daily candle, this bearish candle went bearish, right? And we anticipated the next candle to continue bearish, but it did continue bearish, but now it's coming back up. So what we got to do is we got to take a look on the 4-hour and try to see what's going on. Now, basically, we broke down this consolidation, right? We broke below this consolidation right over here, and now it's trying to come back up to this area. So now we got to take a look at this 1-hour time frame and really see what's happening. So it's basically resisting this area. I think if it's coming down, it should create some sort of a support, right? But we don't know where it's going to create that support. Probably somewhere down at 137, 650, 700. Who knows? But for the most part, what I can see is that we made a high. We came up, we created a high. And after we've created a high over here, I think it should continue down to create a support. And once that support is formed, then we can continue up to retest this high. And if I measure this range from this candle to here, this is like a 29, 30 pip range. Pretty good range, right? So that's pretty good. I mean, if you do form a support, it's good to take buys, but if you break that support, then we know it's going to continue down. So we'll see what happens. Other than that, I was trying to look to see what caused this news, and it seems like it was, it's not over here, but I think I saw somewhere. It was due to the vaccine. Like a small vaccine news. So yeah, we're gonna wait and see. Looking from a fundamental point of view, normally we have an open day today. We got unemployment claims for the USD, ADP for CAD, so should be pretty easy, pretty simple. Like based on GPJPY, I mean, we should continue down, create support, and then retest this high. So we'll see what happens there. Looking at gold. Gold is continuing its bearish run, but it's reaching some sort of a support around 1860. So looking at it from a 4-hour perspective, what we do see is that there's this support forming, and this support was held previously on the 11th November here. All right. So this support was held at 11th November. Looking down to the 1-hour time frame, we are consolidating here now. Tight range between 1864 and 1858. So yeah, this is a pretty tight range on gold here now. Let's see how big this range is. It's like a 71 pip range. Looking at 30-minute time frame as well, yeah, we're just ranging. Plus we got the USD news here, so we're gonna see where that news pushes price. All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. This is GJ uptrend. Wait for price to create a minor support. If price breaks, possible sells targeting 137.450. Beautiful. Very nice. I kind of have the same idea over here. So just waiting here. Took risky sell when 15-minute closed bearish. Then this should be your only trade for the day. And I mean, these sells in the moment, they may work, but they will not work for the long term. You know, this is why these sells are very, very risky. So I would really advise not to take these dumbass trades. I'm going to be very honest, right? These are dumb trades because once price is closing bearish, one candle does not mean it's going to continue down bearish. You have to put yourself in a position where you're taking strong structured trades, right? Strong structured trades. A strong structured sell would have been if we created a support, and if you broke the support, then you can take that sell. One candle closing bearish, you're taking that sell just to make some money. It's not, there's no longevity in that. So you really have to change your habits when you do those kind of moves. Let's take a look at this chart here. GJSL. Nice, very nice. Waiting for support to form a 30-minute time frame. Yeah, exactly. So like, you know, you have to wait for a structure to form, because taking a sell like this is pretty easy, right? But you have to look at it this way. If you take this same sell, how many times is this going to be successful, right? What if this candle, instead of moving down, it moved up, right? And then you'd look back and say, oh yeah, you know what? That was a dumb trade because they didn't form a support and price moved up, hit my stop loss. I don't know why I took that trade, right? So you have to be very careful in that aspect and just wait. You have to wait. It's the ECB news from Lagarde EU this morning. Oh yes, yes, we saw that. There's something, yeah, right here for Lagarde. But this happened like long ago, like right here. This happened like 3 hours ago. And this move was like maybe an hour ago. So who knows? What do you think of this trade? Took it during Asian. Was it too risky as there was no bottom wick on the 15-minute time frame? Let's take a look over here. This is, ooh, got some things over here. Entry candle, entered when price broke below the low of the previous candle. Yeah, it's pretty good. I think one thing you need to look at here is now, even though the candle closed with no wick, was this retracement before you took the sell, or was it after you took the sell? Because if this retracement happened and then when it broke the low you took the sell, then it makes sense, right? But if you took the sell before the retracement, then there's a bit of an issue. Oh, it was before. Okay, yeah, perfect. Yeah, that's good. Buys if price creates support in this area. Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for here as well. Waiting for price to create some sort of structure, probably a support, take a buy, continue up, call it a day. Simple trade, simple move. Let's take a look at your JPY over here. Let's bring up this pair here, your JPY. I took a FOMO trade and lost 8 pips today. Yeah, we really gotta resist the FOMO trades. In your opinion, was that the best entry down in the previous chart? Yes. I mean, there was no option, right? So that was the good entry. If the entry was taken after the retracement, it broke the low, then yeah, it made sense. All right, looking at your JPY from the daily time frame. So we're going to do a top-down analysis on the daily on your JPY. Looking at the weekly's coming back down. Daily candles is like a doji over here. We're not sure if it's rejecting 120, 122, 840, 850 right over here. This is something that we were talking about, how this area can, like this move can be corrected, and we did correct this whole move. Looking on the 4-hour time frame, 4 hours creating a support right over here, which coincidentally now matches up with this rejection and with this resistance here as well on the 5th November. So looking down on the 1-hour time frame now, let's break it down to the 1-hour time frame. So we got a support down over here. Seems like we're creating a resistance at this level here as well on the 1-hour time frame. And let's take a look at that on the 30-minute time frame. Yeah, we are creating some sort of resistance. But at the same time, it's like we're creating a high, just like GJ right over here, right? We're creating a high for price to come down and then continue up to retest the high. There's also some sort of rejection from this area here as well. So, but I'm going to focus on GPJPY and see what we can do over here. What's your bias on sells on GJ? My bias on sells on GJ, there's no such thing as having a buys of sells on GJ. We're just waiting for support to form. I mean, if we do break above, let's say 137,940, I think there are some issues as price continues to go up to, like, you know, this area 138, 150. But if it will continue going up, it'll need to continue with a lot of volume to bypass all the consolidation area. Oh. All right, let's take a look over here. Impulse entry when the candle broke previous candle high, stop loss below candle. Is this something I would have done better? No, not at all. This is pretty good. Price broke the high, you entered, price went up to TP. It's beautiful. All right, what's this? I'm jotting down the mistakes for the month and how I'll work on them to be profitable in advance. I'm still up 5% for the month. Oh, that's very nice. 5% up for the month. That's beautiful. I mean, if you put your money in index funds or, you know, like any sort of like investment schemes, they'll give you like 5% a year maybe. You know, so if your own capital, you're up 5%, I think that's amazing. Are you having issues with magic keys when you have it linked to a chart? When I've opened calc, I switch time frames. MT5 is freezing. There might be a bug, but I would say maybe put that question in the forum. So we have a magic keys forum now, right? So I'm going to show it to everybody. Forum.magickeys.trade. So this is where all the troubleshooting issues should go to. You have any issues, like, you know, you post it here in the respective topics, and we can go from there, because we need to build this forum out now, right? And the only way it's going to get built is when people post their issues or they post solutions to certain issues, you know, so that we can have like a one complete place where everything is answered for magic keys. Okay, let's take a look at this over here. This is gold daily. Sell if the candle closed below 1888.50. See, this is good, but the stop loss does not make sense. And the reason why the stop loss does not make sense is because there are no candles formed at this point to validate a stop loss to be at the level you have there. You know, so you'll have to wait for price to maybe, like, you know, form some sort of structure on small time frames or things like that. But at this point, we don't know whether that stop loss is going to work or not. But the idea is right. You're looking at clean traffic as your left hand side for price to continue down. So it's pretty good. If this 30-minute crosses previous bearish candle, would it be a good buy or not? Because it's the 4-hour level. I think it should be a good buy. I mean, this candle is about to close, so we're going to have to wait and see how this candle closes. Really want this candle to close, so 14 more minutes. Right. $9.50, 137, $9.50. See, now what I'm thinking is, if I take an impulse entry above this 30-minute candle high, how much range do I have? I have like a 15, 16 pip range. Stop is going to be like 22 pips. That's pretty big. Looking from a 15-minute perspective, it's going to be like a 15, 16 pip stop and then continue on. Yeah, I don't know. Probably going to wait. All right, let's do a little breakdown on USDJPY over here. So starting off from the daily time frame, we remove everything. Looking at the daily seems like we're creating some sort of a support over here. We have another support formed down at the bottom at 103,200. Looking on the 4-hour time frame now, what we see is that there's a support formed. Obviously, 4-hour candle came up to a previous resistance area right over here at 104,200. Looking down to the 1-hour time frame, what we see is that now we can maybe adjust this resistance right over here, because we're rejecting this area 104, 130, and also there's a rejection previously here as well. So this price is coming down, and before price went up, right? Before price went up, it broke through this resistance. It broke through this resistance at 103,970. So let's take a look on the 30-minute time frame here. Looking at the 30-minute, we basically created a support at 103,930 before price moved up. So I think if price is coming down after making a high, it should create some sort of a support and then continue up to retest the high. That's what I think right now on USD/JPY. But also we have USD news there as well, so we'll see how that affects market as well. So this whole zone should be like a rejection area right over here, around 103, 930, 940. Is Magic Keys your product? Yes, partnered up with a couple of people, and then we launched that product. I'm up 35% with the trades I'm in now. Should get me to 50%. Well, greed is a wonderful thing. It can destroy you and make you, so be careful. Okay, let's take a look at this here. The dollar index is falling. I thought if the dollar is weak, yen will be weak. No. Golden Bull Signals. I think you need to change your name from Golden Bull Signals to a new trader, something like that. Because if your name is a Golden Bull Signals, which means you give Forex signals, and you don't even know if the dollar is weak, yen is not weak. Yen is strong. Yen is a safe haven for the dollar. I mean, when people put money in the US dollar, yen becomes weak. So when you say yen will be weak if dollar is weak, that's wrong. So maybe you're not providing good signals, man. You don't even know the basics, and you're Golden Bull Signals. Come on, man. Shit. You're wasting people's money with the wrong information. Man, I love the gulag, man. Golden Bull Signals. Yeah. All right, let's take a look over here. Let's mute everybody. Oh, come on. All right, there we go. Are these levels okay? Yes, these levels are fine. You got this level down over here. I think from the top, maybe your level could be over here at the top of this area over here. But other than that, it looks good. I took this trade during Asian. It was considered selling the low. Let's take a look here. This was considered selling the low. Yes. Oh, second entry right over here. Yes. It's very good. Like a lot of people took some really nice trades in the Asian session. Ooh, look at this. GJ's about to break up over here. See, as it's breaking up here, I don't want to take a buy. I'm not too confident in this buy once we break the high over here. I don't know, I'm not too confident. See now, if this trade is taken on the 30-minute time frame, right? Obviously the stop loss based on the 30-minute time frame is going to be 24, 23 pips. But if you drop down to the 15-minute time frame, now your stop loss becomes a little bit smaller. If we break the high right here at 137,980, your stop becomes like 16, 15 pips. TP is like 16 pips as well. So one-to-one trade risk reward. But I don't like this because there's a lot of consolidation over here. So I'm willing to miss out this move, right? I'm willing to sit out on this trade. Yeah, I don't like it. Raja, I don't see the screen. Why? I don't know. Everyone else can see the screen. Maybe restart your Zoom or something. Let's take a look here. Man, this chart is too zoomed out. Way too zoomed out. Waiting for support to form continuation. Yes, that's true. That's correct. Waiting for support to form on USD/JPY to continue up. You never let a trade to go to your stop loss. It doesn't matter how many pips it is. You know what? It does matter because that's a part of my rules, and I have to follow my rules. If my rules say that certain things are not correct or certain things make sense, but from like a trade standpoint it doesn't make sense, then it doesn't make sense, right? So I'm actually willing to miss out on moves I'm not uncomfortable with, well, I'm not comfortable with. Like if I don't like something but I know it's going to go a certain way, I'm not going to enter that trade just to make money. I'm going to enter a trade which I feel like is comfortable for me, which I can exploit it like with larger volume later on down the road. So it's about like your own comfort level in a trade. Like if this 30-minute candle closes like this with the wick on the top and the next candle breaks the high, then I'm going to take a trade. Then I'm going to take a buy for price to continue up towards, like 138, 150. All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. This is a trade candle. Oh, buy stop. Had buy stop above previous wicks as GJ broke the high over here to continue up. Yeah, it's very good. Very good. That's something I'm waiting for right over here too. Once this candle closes, next one breaks the high and boom, I'll take a buy to continue up. All right. Hey, Raja, can you take a look at my analysis waiting for a specific setup? This is coming from the Gulag. Let's take a look at this chart over here. This is Euro CAD waiting for a strong bullish candle to close above resistance. Yeah, that's true. You need a candle closing above for price to continue up. But also, don't forget, there's some CAD news here too today. You got some CAD news coming in as well, so that might influence the CAD pairs too. You got ADP. I haven't seen it move currencies a lot, but we'll see what happens. Aren't you concerned of resistance at 138? Yeah, see, that's the problem right over here, 138. Because this candle came up, it rejected 138, came down. This candle went up, it rejected, came down. So this candle's coming up now and it's closing bullish. And it's also closing above these two candles here. So I see 138, but at the same time, I think that if the next candle will break the high, it's going to have enough volume to bypass this area to continue up towards 138, 150. That's what I'm thinking. Do you think the daily candle closed below previous support? Do you think this is just a liquidity grab before going back down to 136? It could be, right? It could be liquidity grab, but the daily candle, there's a lot of move here, right? What if this liquidity grab is for price to continue moving bullish? Right? So we can only go off of the levels right away. Like the daily candle can say whatever it want to say, right? But when we're looking at the smaller time frame levels here, we're just going off of the technical analysis on the smaller time frame, like the 30-minute time frame, 1 hour time frame, the 4-hour time frame sometimes. So if the next candle breaks the high, then there's a higher probability price is going to go down. Then you can't say price is going to go down because of the daily candle. No, sorry, it's going to go up. So that's why just basing this off of the 30-minute and the 1 hour to see if you can grab that or not. Let's take a look at this chart over here. This is nice drawings here. USD CAD high made, waiting for candles to potentially for like this for high to be retested. All right, missing a few words over there, but yeah, it makes sense for it to continue up. Do you think it's a retest of consolidation? I don't know. What I think is if we break the high, we can continue going up. That's all what I think. Man, it's really easy to overthink about things. It's really easy to overthink about retest of consolidation. I don't even see that retest of consolidation. Is it retesting here? I don't know. What I'm thinking is that if we break the high, we can continue going up in this range of 17, 18 pips. So if someone thinks it's a small range, maybe this is not going to be a trade for you, right? But I mean, for me, it would be a valid trade if we break the high to continue moving bullish. Okay, see here. What if price breaks the high in the first few minutes? Well, we'll have to wait and see. We still got about 3 minutes left over here. Is it no shave November? No, it's no shave till next March. That's what it is. It's no shave till next March. All right, let's take a look over here. Oh, Alex, send this to me in the Slack chat, and then I'm going to look at it after the stream. All right, what's this? This is no trade, no trade, no trade. Trade zone up over here. So you're looking for a trade above 138, 289. That's perfect. It's perfect. I'm looking to see if we can break the high to continue up. That's it. A very simple idea. If that happens, beautiful. Doesn't happen, then it is what it is. Anyone know about I Am Mastery Academy? Last I knew that Floyd Mayweather was promoting it. IML Mastery Academy. It's pretty interesting. All right, let's take a look here. Could this be the reason why we're in this consolidation? Yes, that's the reason. And also if you look on the daily time frame, if you look on the daily, now daily is creating a lot of these rejections here and it's consolidating. Fundamentally, we're waiting for something, right? Fundamentally, there's something, some big news that's supposed to happen that hasn't happened yet. That's supposed to happen. So I think that's why we're ranging. But based on technicals, you're right. I mean, looking left, right here, we consolidated here as well. We created resistances here as well. So it's just ironic that we're consolidating here. But I'm not putting too much thought about why we're consolidating. I'm only putting thought into how can I grab a profitable trade, right? So basically, we've created a resistance here now. And also at the same time, I think we've created a support at this point as well, because this 30-minute candle is about to close, right? So we're creating a support at this point here too. And if we break this support, then we can continue moving bearish. Perfect. The scene has been set. All right. See this 30-minute candle? It's not a good buy because this 30-minute candle closed below this area here. You know, it closed below resistance. So it's going to be very difficult if you try to take a buy at this point. I'm going to be, yeah, I'm not very too confident with this buy. I mean, now I need a candle to close above this area or to break below 137.830 to continue moving down. If we do continue moving down, this is a 20 pip range down towards 137.640. So I'm going to be waiting over here. Let's take a look over here. This is enter once high gets broken, price to over there. Okay, that makes sense. Again, I'm going to be waiting for this candle to close and then take the trade on the next candle. So we'll see here. Gold is still ranging between these two areas over here. Yeah, pretty interesting times we're moving into. We're moving into the recount of elections, the vaccine optimism, Brexit talks, man, holidays we're coming into now, Black Friday, and oh man, crazy. Never seen these things happen before, ever. Would you take into account how the 1 hour candle closed a weak bullish candle? Looking on the 1 hour candle, yeah, it's closing weak bullish, right? So if the 15-minute breaks the low, then we can say that the 1 hour candle is going to continue down to fill this wick, right? That's what we can look into. So perfect. Price is coming down. It's about to break the low, and once it breaks the low, I think that's going to be a pretty good position to enter a sell position for price to kind of like retrace this move up. So I'm going to be looking at that here shortly. As we come down towards 137,830. I think it's going to be a pretty good idea. Because if we break this low, then there's a very high probability we're going to continue moving bearish. Did we go? I'm taking this sell over here. 137,834. Keeping the stops. Where am I keeping the stops over here? Keeping the stops like close to the high of the previous 15-minute candle. And as we continue down, I'm going to bring the stops above the high of this current 15-minute candle. Aiming for price to come down to 137,712. That's where I'm taking this trade. If this trade doesn't make any sense, don't take this trade. You know, because the last thing you want to do is copy a trade with full margin and then lose. So just be careful of that, right? The only reason I'm taking this trade is because we came up, we created a high, this candle wanted to go up, but it closed below this area. And now once this candle is breaking the low of these previous candles, there's a high probability for it to continue down to first fill these wicks and then continue down to the support at 137,650. So I'm going to be taking profits like around, 10, 11 pips, and that's it, just calling it a day. So for someone, if this makes sense, take this trade. If it doesn't make sense, don't take this trade. Don't copy trades. Trust me. Just try to be safe. Do you lower your lot size? No, I haven't lowered my lot size on this trade. Let's take a look at UJ. USDJPY is also coming down here furthermore. All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. Oh, I already saw this. We got a lot of charts coming here today. All right, let's take a look here. Bennett saw this chart. And oh, nice. Beautiful. We're coming down, lowering my stop loss, bringing it above the current 15-minute candle. And yeah, it should continue moving bearish. At least should come down to give me like around 10, 12 pips over here. Let's take a look at this chart here till price is running at that point. Price is back in the range. At the range, would need a minor support to break and create a resistance. Okay. If we get a close on 30-minute above this level, good for buys. Yeah, it looks good. Looks good. So this was a bearish confirmation here, which I executed on. Let's take a look at this chart over here. This is GJ. Oh, question. Raja, do you consider taking this trade even though spread was 11 pips? It was a swing trade though for sells. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. You had the whole idea and it worked out just the way you wanted it. So it's pretty good, right? Plus there was momentum. You were walking into an area like a time zone when there was momentum. So it worked out very well. So it's running pretty nice so far. We're coming close to getting 10 pips over here on my trade. And so once we get that, I'm going to secure positions, put stops at break even, and just basically aim to call it a day at that point. Got 3 more pips. We can come down 3 more pips, and then it's going to be a pretty good trade here today. Now, if price comes up, now this is the area, right? This is a rejection area right over here we're moving into, right? See these wicks, price came down, rejection, rejection. So price can reject at this area. So if price rejects this area and comes back to my entry point, I'm going to be closing 50% at that point, right? If it comes back to my entry, I'm going to close 50%, and then I'm going to leave a runner running, because yeah, I'm going to leave a runner running at that point. So I'm going to close 50% if it comes back to my entry. Okay, let's take a look at this chart here. USD ZAR 15 minute coming down. You got rejection over here too, so you'll have to be careful with this area right over here to the left hand side. Did you go in with the half risk? No, no half risk. I've been trading this setup for the past week now, you know, so I have a lot of confidence in these setups now. So, you know, let's take a look here.
You know, Raja, I took a same trade, but when it like reached the previous wick, so I closed my half there.
Oh, nice. Very nice. What tool you use to see when a candle close? On MetaTrader, I don't see it. The tool I use to see when the candle close are my eyes, right? Because if you look at this time, this is a 15-minute candle, and you look at your watch, and you see when the 15-minute candle is going to end, and that's when the 15-minute candle is going to end. What kind of a dumbass question is this, man? This is why if you're new, you shouldn't be coming to this fucking stream, because, I mean, I don't understand if that was a troll question or what the fuck is going on, but how do you... That's like asking someone, how do you know when the 30-minute candle is going to close? Shit, come on, man. Why you gotta do this to me, Gulag? You gotta work with me here. That's crazy. Insane, man. I don't know where you guys come from.
Makes your hair white, bro.
Yeah.
One thing I would like to say about you, Raja, is like there are so many mentors. They are teaching live everything. They have different techniques. Everything is working. But the best thing about you is what I learned about the risk management. No one tells that.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I think risk management is very, very important. So this candle's still open over here. 15-minute candle's about to close. And if this closes below this area, man, it's awesome. Then the next candle can just wick up and then continue down, maybe correct this move, and happy days. All right. Ooh, what's this? Someone in the Gulag waited 3 hours for a GU trade. Interesting. So this was a buy. 15-minute candle closed above resistance, executed buys, closed 80% at 10 pips. Oh, beautiful. Very nice. You got this momentum coming up from London session. Ooh, someone donated $2. Raja, calm down, bro. No, I'm calm down. This is just jokes. I think these impulse entries are genius. Best things I've learned so far. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, because look at it this way, right? Like, you really have to be fluid when you're looking at impulse entries, because in the start, we were looking at the 30-minute time frame, and we saw that, okay, a 30-minute candle can continue up, but the condition was that it had to close above this area right over here. That's the only reason the next candle would have gone up, but it closed below this resistance. So if it closed below this resistance, there wasn't a higher probability it's going to continue moving up. So we started looking at the selling perspective, right? So we knew what the buying perspective is going to be like, but then it's also important to look at the selling perspective. And the selling perspective was like, okay, if we break the low, then it's very obvious price can continue moving down, right? One, to fill these wicks where some people secured positions, and then if this candle closes bearish in 2 minutes, the next one can continue down towards, like get like 10 pips, 12 pips, and then call it a day. But if it corrects this whole move, then that's awesome. Bonus move. Aren't you afraid you roast someone so hard that they stop trading Forex? Man, you know what? If someone can stop trading Forex because of me roasting, I don't know what they're going to do when the market roasts them. Because the market goes pretty hard at people, The market is much more dangerous. Did you close partials? No, I have the whole thing running. I have a 15 lot running at this point. If price comes up to my entry point, I'm going to close 50%. And then I'm going to leave the rest run. What's this here? And why should push it down if it wants to work with the impulse? Yeah, we'll see. Because the 30-minute candle is still open, right? Gold is still below this resistance at this point. USDJPY is still coming down. GJ is still in this vicinity to continue down. So we're going to wait and see what happens. Let's take a look at your JPY over here. Just looking at your JPY is also rejecting that area, coming down. So yeah, but like your JPY is ranging at this point. It's in a very, very strong range over here. If you measure this range, it's like a 17. But also there's this rejection here to the left hand side too. So I'm not sure how valid that rejection is. All right, let's take a look at this 4-hour chart. Euro CHF 4-hour closed below for price to continue down. Yes, that looks good. Looks good. So we're coming back down on GJ here. Still holding my full position. Ooh, look at this 15-minute candle, man. Amazing close at this point. Close with a small wick at the bottom. Probably, I may want to secure something. Oh, no, never mind. It's moving pretty fast now at this point. Oh, beautiful. Got my 10 pips at this point. Securing positions, putting stops at break even, and that's it. That's it, guys. Look at this. Another beautiful trade. Another beautiful, beautiful, beautiful trade with Raja Banks and team. New York session. Man, if you like this trade, man, there we go. Clapping for everybody. Free money. Free money again today. Right? Awesome scam. Everybody got scammed there today.
That runner is gonna make some damage.
Yeah, man, this was sick. This is absolutely sick. If people in the gulag, you caught this trade, give a like on the stream. Smash the fuck out of that like button. Subscribe to the stream so that next time when we go live, you know when we're gonna go live, and like amazing. Can't get any better than this. Where's the horn of victory? No, these days we've substituted the horn with the clapping of victory. The claps of victory. Yeah, so Like, we waited for price to form. Candle closed in a way. First, we were looking for buys, right? We were looking for buys, but then the buys weren't there. We're like, hey, this is not a buy anymore because candles are closing below this area. So let's take a look for sells. Price broke the low, boom, entered sell. Stop loss was there. Then lowered down the stop loss. And then planned on to say that when to close partials. Price never came back to entry, so didn't close partials. Kept the whole thing open. Price came down to take profit, smash take profit. I mean, doesn't get any better than this, right? Doesn't get any better than this. One move, one decision of the day. That's it. My trading is done for today now. Took a trade Monday. Took a trade. What's today? Wednesday? It's Wednesday today. Oh, Thursday today. Shit. Yeah, took a trade Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, no trade. Price was ranging. No trade on Wednesday, and then another trade today. Wow. Can't believe it. Can't believe it. We do this for free every day. Just insane. I wasn't comfortable, so I didn't get in, but learned something new. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. If you weren't comfortable, that's fine. But it's just like these things. I mean, the last 6 trades I've taken, I haven't taken a single loss, right? Well, I haven't taken a single loss in the last 10, 11 trades, but most of those trades have been like this, where price breaks a low, impulse entry, and boom, start to go down. So now you can see like my confidence in these moves is increasing, but I do know that a loss is coming. There's going to be a time I'm going to take an impulse entry trade and it's not going to work out. And when that trade doesn't work out, it's not like I'm going to say, oh, hey, like, you know what, I'm going to now look for another trade. No, it's a probability, right? It's a probability. There's a high probability it works out, and there's a lower probability it will not work out. So yeah, it was very nice. How did you get comfy in using the 15-minute, even though you say it's weak? By just watching it. By just watching it every day, and slowly you start to get confident in it. If you look on the 30-minute, there was no confirmation, right? But we know that GJ and gold, like, they have a lot of volume, so then you have to go towards the smaller time frames. So small time frames gave that confirmations. So the more you watch it, the more confident you get in it, and the more confident you get in it, you start executing on it more. Gold is still ranging here. Your JPY is still struggling at this point. I mean, what are your December plans? No streams? Oh, there will be streams in December. Streams will continue on. How does market behave in December? It behaves differently in every December. Sometimes December has a lot of volume. Sometimes it has no volume. This time is going to be a little different because we have a lot of fundamental uncertainty. So we're not sure how December is going to act. Let's take a look at this chart here. Buy if bullish candle closes above here. Sell if price breaks and close below here. Yeah, this looks good. Looks good. So you see here, price is retracing now. So so how much was this, man? This move was a 12 plus, 16 pip move over here. Nice. We called it 16 pip move here in GJ today. $16 pips. Are you trading with Blackpool markets at this point? No, I'm trading with Vantage FX still. Yeah, so we're gonna leave Vantage once they're done. All right, let's take a look at this here. Yeah, gold is still rejecting the area. So basically my day is done for today. I'm not going to take any trades. I'm not going to look for any trades, but that's it. I mean, I had to take this one trade in the morning and got that done, and beautiful. I started following you 7 months ago. First, I tried to master one form of setup, executing trades. Then I started to add another form of setup. Now I'm trying to add impulse entries. Oh, nice, man. I would say you and Forex. I would say, yeah, I'd say, no, I don't want to say that. I don't want to say something. I was about to say something, but then I was like, nah, forget it.
Come on, man.
Nah. What I was gonna say is that, man, if you're getting better slowly, like after you join market fluidity, like just imagine the progress you're gonna make. But then when I said, nah, let people figure it out themselves. Best way to withdraw is through bank because it gives you a credit card option too. Oh, nice. I have a question. You said before, wait for the candle to close according to your bias. Why didn't you wait for 15 minutes to close bearish? Because this was an impulse entry. Impulse entry is a form of execution. It's a very advanced form of execution, impulse entries. Because if we waited for this candle to close, right, and then look where this candle closed, and if you took a sell on the next candle, your stop was way over there, your TP was way down over here, it would have been a problem, right? So that's why impulse entries are a little bit advanced concept, and it's not for new traders. So it's for, like, you know, if you're a little bit seasoned, then you're going to understand impulse entries. But to really understand impulse entries, you need to know how price trends, you know. It takes time. When you take 10 pips, you always put at break even, but after going down, you put above previous wick, like it was said in lectures. Yes, but I closed everything here at around 10 pips. I closed everything here, but that was for explanational purposes if someone was willing to hold their runner. I'm done for the day. Thanks, Raja, for being honest when I sent that dumb trade. Yeah, man, no problem. Because I'm never going to sugarcoat things, right? I'm going to say things how it is, direct, no left, right. No, like I don't pussyfoot around, you know? Like I say it how it is. Very simple, direct, and I mean, that's it. You know, if something's going to be dumb, I'm going to say, hey, it's dumb. If something's going to be great, I'll say, hey, it's great. You know, so that we don't make those mistakes again. How did you know that it was going to just wick down like the candles on the left did? Oh, it wasn't going to wick down because this is the time when there's volume in the market, right? So you have to look at this time, right? 5 a.m. we had volume, price was consolidating, consolidating. And then we know that pre-New York, there's going to be volume, right? And if price couldn't break up, where will it break? It's going to break down. You know, if price can't break up, where else will it go? Down. So that's why I was prepared. If price wicked above this area, then I was prepared to, like, you know, close half position or whatever. So, but yeah, this was an amazing trade here. Past 2 days, I've noticed you're more on the 15-minute time frame and less on the 30-minute. Isn't that more risky? Yeah, because the thing is, if you look at the market now, there's not enough volume in the market, right? If you look at these ranges are like 20 pip ranges, 25 pip ranges. But in like September, August, July, you look at the ranges were like 30 pip ranges, 35 pip ranges. So you could look at the 30-minute and then execute there. But when the volume is lower, you know, you have like 15 to 20 pip ranges, then, I mean, there's no choice but to look at 15-minute. You know, to get those confirmations. And these things you learn with time. With time, you get better on it, right? Like when you miss moves, you start to look at those moves and see that, okay, how could I have entered? So let's say if someone missed this sell down, right? Or if someone wasn't confident. So they could look at that and say, like, instead of just saying, oh man, you know, I missed this move, now I'm going to look for another move. Just look at this and say that, how could you have entered this trade? How could you have executed in this trade? Try to like break it down. Try being smart about it, right? And the only thing I can see is that, okay, once this candle broke the low, I think then it would have been a very good idea for price to continue down. And if this candle closed below support, then I guess it can fill this whole candle to the left, right? Because we have clean candles here to the left. So that's why. But if price wouldn't want to go down, then it would have respected this low, made a higher low, and then continued up, right? So let me do this here. Let me just do this here. Let's do something like this over here, and let's draw a candle which may. So if price would have gone up, right, it would have respected the previous candle's low right over here. But once it broke the low, then there was a higher probability of it creating a lower low for it to go down. So that's where the idea of impulse entries came in. So you can see here, I mean, now we're coming up to fill this whole range here now. When will you take day off in December, and when will you resume? I'm not gonna trade in December, but the streams are gonna continue on in December. Probably gonna come back to trading on the 10th January. I joined the stream 20 minutes ago and I already got tremendous learning value from it. I've noted this counter and impulse entry in my journal. Thanks. Oh, you're welcome. Plus also, guys, listen, subscribe so that once we go online next time, you know that we're online. You know, because I think a lot of people are being helped with this stream. Yeah, we're coming down now, so there's nothing. I'm just happy I got my trade in. Your JPY is ranging, the gold is ranging. Let's take a look at USD/JPY. USD/JPY is still chilling over here, kind of like rejecting, or I don't know what it's trying to do. Let's take a look at GU. GU is also like, it is what it is. It's not moving that much, right? So this is also, I only focus on one pair because yesterday my pair ranged and I didn't take any trade on this pair because I was okay, my pair is ranging, so I'm not going to take any trade. And it didn't make any sense for me to look at some other pairs and try to find trades on there because my pair was ranging. But today my pair moved and I took a trade on it and I won. You know, because 2 days ago I got into an argument with somebody and they were saying that, oh, if your pair is ranging, you should try to look for a trade on another pair. I'm like, no, that's not how Raja Banks trade. You know, Raja Banks just focuses on one pair. Any reason why you didn't take a sell when the first bearish candle printed and the second one broke the low, the candle that left a wick? Oh, at this point I wasn't here. At this point the stream was starting at this point. And the bias was biased at that point. So when you entered this impulse entry, where were you planning to cut off your 50%? At my entry. We talked about that as well. Let's take a look at this chart over here. This is a, ooh, nice, very nice. Look at that, man. Very nice sells here. I got my confidence from the high time frames. Price could not close above the 4-hour resistance. Very nice. Daily close under support. Very nice, beautiful. And then you broke this down onto the smaller time frames and it just made sense. What's your long-term vision with these streams? My long-term vision with these streams is to get to about 10,000 viewers live and then slap them with the $100 a month. That's my long-term vision. Slap everybody with the $100 a month. No, just joking. I just do these, I don't know, I just do these streams because I don't know, I like to do these streams. Yeah. I like to do these streams. I mean, YouTube pays me. Like the money I make from YouTube streams, it basically that goes towards my mortgage. You know, so I like these streams. So it makes no sense for me to put like a monthly payment for these streams because like a lot of people learn. The main idea for these streams was to say that there are a lot of people who come from developing countries or who are not in a very good financial position and they can't buy courses, they can't spend that money to learn. So I think these streams is a great avenue for those new traders to come in, ask questions, send charts. We can help them a little bit, So I mean, that's my whole motive with these streams, to like help people who want to learn but they don't have enough finances to like maybe buy my course or buy someone else's mentorship or all those things. So this is why I do the streams, because I remember when I first started, man, I used to message people with these fancy cars and all this, and I used to ask them, man, can you like help me with certain things? And they were always like, I'd get no responses, and then I said, okay, you know what, one day if I get better and if I start doing something, I'm going to help people for free. Like I'm going to try my best to help people for free. And this is why I do the live streams. And it's good karma, man. Like, yeah, it's good karma. What habits do you recommend to adopt to master this logical way of analyzing price action like you do? Just keep it simple. Don't overthink. There was no overthinking here. I just saw the 30-minute and I would want it to take a buy if this candle closed above here. This candle did not close above here. So then I was like, okay, there's no buy for me. And then I started looking at the sells that, okay, if price breaks the low, I'm going to execute sell. That's it. And I executed a sell. So, I mean, there's no overthinking. I don't overthink a lot. Let's take a look at US 30 over here. Ooh, US 30 is trying to move up at this point. But on the 4-hour, it's kind of like coming up to this resistance area.
Chivan is stuck in the gulag. No.
Where is he? Oh, he's in the gulag?
Yeah, he's in the gulag. And now he's scared because the gulag is wild.
Yeah, man, gulag is much stronger than refugees.
Yeah.
Jeeves, where is he? Oh, yeah, there he is. Execute. Yeah, this guy. Yeah, man, amazing. Hey, I didn't take your trade, but I want a sell if it keeps falling. What do you think? Oh boy, let's take a look at this. This is, I didn't take your entry, but I'm more interested in the sell. Yeah, I mean, if you do break this area, then it could mean a sell. But I think if we break below this area, you would need price to, you would need candle to close over here and the next candle to break the low for price to continue down with an impulse entry. But if we break below this area, then you would need a minor resistance to be formed for price to continue down. You target 137, 450, this area here. The master investor on IG could be a possible guest on the stream. Random question. You know what I'm doing? Our guest for this Friday, everyone knows it's going to be Torre. We're going to have Torre as a guest. Oh, by the way, we're giving out 3 market fluidity hats. Wait, do I have one over here? Yeah, I have one right here. So we're giving out 3 market fluidity hats. I can't wait. Yeah, these ones right over here. 3 hats. We're giving out 3 hats. All you got to do is go to this post and you got to like the post and you got to comment on how the live streams have helped you. So look right here. Yeah, this is the hat right over here. How the live streams have helped you. Friday, market close on Friday, we're going to announce the 3 winners and then we're going to ship them out the hats for you. You might even get a sticker as well. I don't know. But yeah. So let's look at this. The master investor over here. Oh, Ian Dunlap. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, we'll check him out. We'll check him out and then, oh, it follows me. Okay, awesome. Yeah, we'll check them out and then we'll see if we can get them on.
I don't know if you agree, Raja, but a nice detail on those hats should be if you print your signature on it with a marker and send it, as a customized hat.
Yeah, probably someone says this retard signed it and it ruined the hat. You know? This retard, he had to sign it. Probably like a silver, maybe down over here or something.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. With love from Raja Banks.
Yeah, because I'm giving these out of love. That's why.
I know.
Do you have those hats for sale? Yes. So you go to shopmfswag.com. Yeah, so these are here for sale. So I had to buy 3 hats to give them away. I don't even run this. Someone else runs this for me, and this is all, I mean, these hats for cost, like this is $22 Canadian. And if you go down over here, oh yeah, oh, this is US, okay. Yeah, still pretty good price, man. 20 bucks, not bad. I also ordered these hoodies too, these 2 hoodies. Pretty excited. I'm currently in gold. Can you see if my trade management is decent? All right, let's take a look here. So you have a sell on gold, taking only 50% as does clean traffic if price comes to my entry, closing another 50%. Beautiful. 50% at 15 pips. I think this should have been 80% at 15 pips. Yeah, it should have been around 80% at 15 pips because gold is ranging. Ranger danger on gold over here. All right, what's this? This is, what would you think if we get confirms around here? Next higher low, maybe buys to retest 900 if we get confirms. Yeah, but not 900 because we got a minor resistance right over here, right? So I think you'll need a, I don't know. I think you'll need a like a 30-minute candle to close at this point, like a bullish candle for price to continue moving up. Because the 15-minute, I don't know. I don't know if the 15-minute support is going to be valid enough or not. With impulse entry, it was valid because there was volume coming in. So I think having a 30-minute would be much better. But then see how this range is like 13, 14 pips. But it could work if the 30-minute closes bullish there. Hey Raja, keep my hat with you. I'm local. I will grab it. But you haven't won. How can you grab it when you haven't even won? Also, they come from Montreal, so I don't have them. Thank you so much for making these live streams, education for those who can't afford mentorship. Oh yeah, man, no problem, no problem. Like, if I started charging monthly for these mentorships, these live streams, I don't know, man. I mean, I just couldn't, because that'll be so selfish of me. I just couldn't, because this requires zero effort to do the live streams. This requires zero effort, and when something requires zero effort, I don't think there should be a price on it, plus also, karma, man. Like, yeah, he wants to smoke big joints. That is true.
Jeevan is coming to your house today? No cap?
Oh, he is?
He's coming to your house tonight.
Oh, nice.
Little Jevy.
Beautiful.
Little Jevy.
Little GV and his goons are gonna come to my house tonight. GV and his goons. Yeah, man, Jeevan come through. Wow. What do you think about UJ now? Does it look like a support forming? 30 minutes, 15 minutes closing, 30 minutes about to close, and 18 minutes. I would want the 30 minute to close bullish, right? Yeah, I would want the 30 minute to close bullish, because if the 30 minute can close bullish and then it can start breaking the high on the 1 hour, then I think it can continue moving up over here, back to 104, 140. Plus, UJ is also pretty easy because the stops aren't that big at all. Like, look, on this 1 hour, this is 7 pip stop. 10 is way over here, super, super duper safe. So if you're going to have a losing trade on UJ, you will see that losing trade coming like 100 miles away. You know, candles will be closing bearish and your stop is going to be 10 pips and you'll be like, oh yeah, this is going to come down. And then you can secure positions. I like hanging out in Paul's stream, but it's such a no. All right, let's see here. Yeah, man, what else can I do? I mean, it's done. Trading's done. It's nice, cloudy, shitty day here today again. Winter time. Winter's coming. BDC USD. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. 17,000. Oh, damn, we touched 18. We touched 18,500 here almost. Crazy.
Yeah, we're hanging around.
Yeah. I think whoever bought at 18,000, 19,000, Bitcoin is giving you an opportunity to come out at break even.
Yeah.
before it has a retracement. I don't know, we'll see. There was someone that told me that Bitcoin might retrace back down to like 10,000 or 8,000, but who knows? Who knows about Bitcoin, man? Let's take a look at this chart here coming from straight from the Gulag. The Gulag chart addicts. Let's see here. This is GU. Closed trade at 10 pips after candle failed to hit TP of 15 pips. Beautiful. Very nice. Took a loss in London even though I was feeling super confident. Oh. 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 Potential second entry as closed bullish. Entry here. So you got it, no? This trade worked. Send this to me on Slack. I'm going to look at it. Because it seems like you won the trade. But I'm going to take a look at it in Slack later on. Will you do another UK boot camp? I'm not sure. We need this device thing to calm down a little bit before we start thinking about doing another boot camp. Today my losses are small and wins are big. Congratulations. You have unlocked a level which no one unlocks. Keeping losses small and winners big. Hey, if you take a trade on 15 minute, did you manage trade on 5 minute? No, not really. Not really, because let's talk about this 15-minute candle right over here. This 15-minute candle closed with a small body. This means no buys, right? Small body over here. So this means there's a high probability for price to continue down to this support. And from this support, you'll need to see some sort of a bullish candles forming on like 30-minute or 1 hour for price to continue going back up. But so far, there's nothing at this point here. On USDJPY here as well, there's nothing at this point because you have this 30-minute candle. If this 30-minute candle breaks this high over here, then it's also breaking the high on the 1 hour time frame, and then you can anticipate the NY open on UJ to continue moving bullish. Don't forget to take vitamin D3 this winter. No, I spend a lot of time outside, believe it or not, like in the sun, you know. So I mean, if you're going to be locked down in home, then obviously you're going to take vitamin D. But if you're going to be outside, you know, then I don't think there's a need for vitamin D. I spend a lot of time outside. How's that gold stops? Did the whole world go to the bathroom? Markets go to lunch. How does that market take 2-hour breaks? I have no idea what that means. I read that comment word to word. I'll read that again. How is it that gold just stops? Did the whole world go to the bathroom? Markets go to lunch. How does I think what you're talking about is when gold stops from 5 p.m. Eastern till 6 p.m. Eastern. That's when the metals are closed. You know, you can't trade. That's how it is. You can't question it. Ooh, look at this. We're breaking the high on the 30-minute high over here. I think this could be a good opportunity for price to continue up on UJ. Oh wow, 7 pip stop over here. Not bad. When will the mentorship open? You know what I'm thinking of? Opening it for 2 days for Black Friday with increased price, and then that's it. But we're not sure at this point. Yeah, USDJPY should continue moving bullish. This 1 hour candle is also doing like a big rejection over here. Could you please give your opinion on the setup I'm looking at? I would highly appreciate it. All right, let's take a look at this. Okay, this is GJ. Sellers came in over here, price ranged over here, aggressive buyers closed with their positions down over here. Once the support is formed, last opportunity for sellers, price moves up and creates a high. Okay, so what happened over here? Did you take a buy at this point? Wanted to share my story, some education value. Oh, nice, yeah. Price was consolidating, broke up. There's no buys at this point, came down, created support in an uptrend, boom, up. So yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good. I think every time you take a trade, it's always a good idea to mark up your chart. You know, mark up your candles, see what you saw, why it happened. Because when this trade played out in sells, you know, once we broke below 137.830, I think this is a really good opportunity for someone to, like, you know, move away from the stream and then start marking up this chart, because this opportunity is going to happen over and over and over again. And the more confident you get in this setup, you're going to be more prone to use extra risk on this setup. You know, and that's when money starts coming in, when you start putting extra risk based on your confidence. Hey, I'm new to the team. Should I only join the live stream after watching the database? No, you can still join the live stream, but the database is really, really going to assist you in understanding what's happening in the live stream. All right, let's take a look here. This is USD ZAR. Noticing, not sure if you similar with USD ZAR, but it normally does not retest based on the setup. Could you give your opinion? Sells below here, it looks good. That's all I can say. It looks good. Sells below here. Buys above here. I don't know. I think you need to see some sort of a support forming to take a buy to continue going up. Is it a good time to enter GJ for buy? No, because the 30-minute candle hasn't closed yet. It's still open, right? And when the 30-minute candle is still open, we don't know if it's going to close bearish or it's going to close bullish. We don't know that. So you got to wait. Even the 15-minute, look at this. You know, there's nothing at this point. So you have to wait. We got 10 minutes left here. I'm going to look at this last chart here. Evening star candle formation. Okay, for reversal. Morning star pattern. Morning star pattern. Bullish candle, engulf doji candle. Close above previous bearish candle. Providing now bullish will continue next zone. I don't know. I don't look at these morning stars and these names over here. I don't look at those. I look at if price is going to break a high, do we have clear area to the left hand side for price to fulfill that area or not? You know, so maybe you want to look at smaller time frames here to see what was going on, or if you could get some sort of an entry here for price to continue up or not. Because the morning stars, doji candles, and all these names, they will 100% confuse you. So maybe drop down to the smaller time frames to see if there was confirmation for price to continue moving up. Let's take a look over here, right? So this is what we're looking at. We look at the 15-minute time frame, and this is what we see right over here, right? Price was consolidating in London session. We broke up, came down, created support. Look, right? So this is what happened right over here. We had resistance forming. Price was also forming a support down over here. this candle broke support. This candle came down to retest it and it closed above this support. Next candle closed bullish, right? Next candle closed bullish, even it closed with no wick on the top or with a smaller wick on the top. And if we know that when candles close with no wick on the top or the bottom, it means there's a 50-50 chance that price will go either up or down, right? But when you look at this situation here, it's really easy to look at this and say that, okay, you know what, even if there's a 50-50 chance that the next candle can go up or down, I think maybe the probability is on the upside because we're breaking out of this consolidation, closing bullish, creating support. So there's a high probability for it to continue moving up. And then it continued moving. And then, you know, once we broke this high over here, another opportunity to continue moving up. So you should look at it from a market structure standpoint rather than what the names of the candles are. Because honestly, I've never focused on a morning star or like a shooting star here and there. No, I used to look at that, but then it didn't really help me, you know, because I mean, if we have a morning star here, this should mean a reversal here as well, but it starts to move up. Right? So you start to look at how candles are moving, if they're breaking highs, breaking lows, you know, that kind of thing. Expecting volume to come at 8 or for NY Open? Yeah, there should be some volume, so we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. USDJPY is still closing over here in the 30-minute time frame, so we'll see how this closes. Would like to intervene vocally. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. If you want to. Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me here. So yeah, I was just would like to discuss that exact setup you were having there. So essentially, what I wanted to mention also on that, let's say, structure, is that on that very first high on 137,640, we start to have sellers over there, no? Because essentially the higher time frame structure was bearish. And these sellers would actually hold position even in the consolidation that happened afterwards, right? On that consolidation, I expect also some other sellers to come in because they expect continuation of it, which does not happen once the candle breaks the 137,450, right? So these sellers from the second level start to close their positions, and by closing position they need to buy the opposite currency, right? So they also make the price go up, which also causes that price to go up over there. The flash down after to retest the zone, I expect that the buyers, the aggressive buyers that took the buys over there, are closing their positions and getting some profit. And afterwards we see the curl up when, yeah, sells are not valid anymore, and even the sellers from one start to close. So everyone that is in sells close it, everyone that is in buy start to say, yeah, this is a buy, and we go on and we make a new buy. So this is more or less how I see the story of this.
Yeah, nice. So once you're looking at the story at this point, you're also looking to see where are you executing your trades as well.
Yeah, that's of course the fundamental part.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I got some buys, but in any way, I couldn't get the whole move because I was in the aggressive buys.
Oh.
So on the first and then I got my runner stopped out when the retest happened.
Oh, right over here?
No.
Here.
In the break of 137,450.
Oh, right here. Okay.
I got stopped out 10 pips. Then I closed the charts, but essentially a second move was much stronger afterwards. No, that's.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for having me, Roger. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no worries. Anything good to watch? Yeah, there's a show, Billions. Billions is pretty good. Billions is pretty good. You can go watch that. Someone in the Gulag asked, is there a good thing to watch? All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. Sells after close below support, and wick retests as resistance. Yes. So this candle is still open at this point. Got 3 minutes left for it to close. Looking at UJ is also closing bullish over here. Looking at the 1 hour time frame, 1 hour time frame also very bearish. I think the 1 hour, based on the 1 hour, I think it's going to be better if the next 1 hour can break the high and then continue up on USDJPY. Yeah, I think that's going to be a good idea. That's going to be a better idea. If you guys want to watch a good movie based on like, like institutions and hedge funds and how like, like high frequency trading is done, watch The Hummingbird Project. Watched it last night. Amazing movie. Yeah, The Hummingbird Project. Really nice movie. These guys, so they have this fund, right? They're getting orders in 17 milliseconds, right? And they're trying to reduce that time by 1 millisecond. So there are funds out there who are spending millions in getting orders by like less than 1 millisecond, So they're getting orders at 17 milliseconds. They're trying to get it in 16 milliseconds by like digging a tunnel straight from Kansas to New York, like a straight tunnel in the ground. That's pretty interesting. Oh, we got.
Morning, guys.
Hey, good morning, Ryan. Oh, that's it. All right. Did you watch it? They don't have it on Netflix. Yeah, I had to buy it. I had to rent it. All right, this candle is about to close in a minute. In 1 minute, this candle is about to close. See, this is a very interesting area to be in. If the next, because what I'm thinking is if this candle closes and if the next candle breaks the low, can it continue moving down or not? That's what I'm thinking at this point. Because the buying idea is invalidated at this point. All right, so the name of the movie is Hummingbird Project. We got 30 seconds left. And then we also have news coming in at 8:30. It's going to be pretty interesting to see what happens. With the magic keys, can you connect it to your phone or is it only connected through use of computer or laptop? Computer or laptop. Have you seen Big Short? Yes, 4 times. And every time I see Big Short, I learn something new every time. Do you only take 1 trade a day or it depends on the market condition? Depends on market conditions. Today, I'm only taking 1 trade a day. I took 1 trade and that's about it. Oh, wow, look at this. Oh, damn, look at that close. Don't like that close. Don't like that close at all. Close that support with no wick at the bottom. USDJPY also closing here. I think if it breaks the high on the 1 hour time frame, I think we can validate a buy for it to continue moving up. It's like a 9-8 pip range. Pretty nice range for UJ, not gonna lie. For UJ, 10 pip range is pretty good. That's like a 20 pip range on GJ. All right, let's take a look at this. Ooh, the resurgence in the virus infections is weighing on services sector. Yeah, slowly see what's happening? They're blaming the virus for everything now. For everything. And this is why they were pushed. This is how they push the vaccines. The vaccines are going to be pushed to the military. And everyone's going to get it. No matter what everyone says, oh, we're not going to take the vaccine, everyone's going to take the vaccine. It's going to happen. Agenda 2030. It's going to be interesting times we're moving into, boys. The next 10 years, it's going to be a... Oh, wow, look at that. You just breaking the high over here. It should now continue moving bullish now. After breaking the high. It's kind of like the sell we took on GJ when it broke the low in the 15-minute time frame. Are you going to take it? No, I took one trade. That's it. I took one GJ trade, and that's it. That's the only trade I took. Now GJ's at support. We look on the 30 minute, 30-minute close with no wick. We look at the 1 hour, 1 hour also closed with no wick at support. So it becomes extremely tricky. If I want to take a sell over here, I don't even know where my stop loss is going to be on GJ. Probably like what, like up over there, 11 pips. It's pretty tricky because even if I take a sell here, and I'm not going to take a sell here. I'm not taking any trades at this point. But if someone takes a sell here, I think you're managing your risk once this 15-minute candle closes bullish. See, now trading is really easy, right? I'll tell you why. It's really easy. If you're focusing on one trade a day, right? If you're focusing on one trade a day, and if you take a sell over here, if this candle closes bullish in this range, then you can just manage your risk. You can take some percentage off, and that's it. You're like, hey, I tried this trade. It's not working. It's closing back in the range. Maybe that's not the right trade for me to take. That's it. You call it a day. But if it continues down, then you're in profits. And then you come back the next day, right? And then you come back the next day and the day after and the day after. So it's pretty easy. Just got to be disciplined to just call it a day, man. Hey, is also this TV show called Scam 1992, the Harshad Mehta story. Oh, I think that's the Indian guy. I think I've seen it. I've heard about him. Hey, really enjoy your streams. When executing, do you prefer market orders or limited orders? I find my market orders can put me at a disadvantage, changing the whole dynamics in terms of RR. I go with market orders. You know, I enter with market orders, and that's it. That's all I do. I enter with market orders. All right, let's take a look here. This is your JPY 30-minute chart. Clean traffic here to the left hand side. Entry after this candle closed below the zone. Yeah, but there's also some sort of a rejection here to the left hand side. Let's take a look at this on your JPY here. There were some issues over here. See, now looking on the 30-minute, right? On the 30-minute, we see that price is closing below the support to come down, but at the same time it's rejecting this wick here as well. So okay, even though we say that okay, it's rejecting this wick but it's closing below here, it should continue moving down. So let's break this candle down, right? So this was a 7 a.m. candle and this started at 7:30. So we're going to break this down in the 15 minutes. So look, this was the 7 a.m. candle 15-minute, and then this 15-minute candle. So I want you to listen to this very carefully. This 15-minute candle closed the 30-minute candle, right? So this means the 15-minute candle closed bullish. So a sell would have been valid if the next candle broke the low of the 15-minute candle. Because if you're taking sells or if you're taking buys, you want candles to close in your direction. If the candles are not closing in your direction, or if they're not breaking the lows or the highs in your direction, then it makes no sense to take the trade, right? So even though the 30-minute closed in your direction, the 15-minute closed creating a minor support. So if a minor support is formed, you have to wait for the low to get broken, because if price broke the low over here, then you had clean traffic to go down, right? But since closed with a minor support over here and there's a rejection here, so it became pretty difficult, right? But if you look at GBJPY over here, the sell we took earlier, so this was the sell we took, right? So look, on the 30-minute time frame, 30-minute candle closed bullish over here, but this one had to come down. So if we drop down to the 15-minute time frame, once the 15-minute broke the low, then it made sense for it to continue down. How long does Magic Keys take? Yeah, we're having some issues with logistics, so they're probably going to be shipped by Friday or this weekend. We're having some logistics issue here. Thank you for the live stream. Love from Nigeria. Hey, shout out to Nigeria. Shout out to Nigeria. USDJPY is trying to pull back over here on a 1 hour time frame. These guys hammer support and resistance talk every single morning, always flipping a coin for bear or bull at the end of a runaround reasoning. Oh man, come on, man. Where'd you come from? Like, I've been calling trades since last week here on the stream, and come on, man, like it's not a flip of a coin. If it's a flip of a coin, then that means you're really trading by flipping of the coin. The only person who comes here to hate are people who are not doing well. If people are doing well, they will never come on the stream to hate. Never. That's what I've learned in life. You know, I'm 33. I talk to a lot of people all day. You know, I've been through a lot of things. So the only time people hate are the ones who are not doing well. If people are doing well than you, they will never hate on you. Trust me. You know, you can troll here and there. That's all fun and games. But like hating, like, oh, these guys are dumbasses, you know, they're like retards, they don't know what they're doing. That means you're not doing well, you know, and you're kind of envious of the fact that we're doing well. So that's perfectly fine.
Dumbass 2.0.
Dumbass 2.0.
Come on, man.
Are you going to take the vaccine? If not, how are you going to fight the military? Well, I'm probably going to take the vaccine, man. I mean, everyone's going to take the vaccine. Everybody's going to take it. We are all a part of the 2030 agenda. Everyone. If you don't take the vaccine, you go to the concentration camps. That's how it is. Oh, USDJPY is struggling here now. Yeah, so difficult at this point, USDJPY here as well. Please take a look at US30. I'm unsure about it. All right, let's take a look at US30 here. 4-hour time frame, ranging, doing something. 1-hour time frame. Let's take a look here. Seems like 1 hour is kind of like so. Look at this, right? We had support on US30, so we're gonna flip a coin over here. We had support at US30 over here. This candle closed below the support. This new candle is at the support, turned resistance now. So I think, yeah, you're right. It is very confusing. You got a support down over here, and if we measure this range, this is a 100-point range. You know, so it's pretty difficult at this point. Let's take a look here. This is clean traffic to the left. Price formed support, possible fake out. Next 15-minute candle, we're looking for a wick to respect the previous entry on the break of the high for continue to go up. Yeah, that makes sense for price to continue up if you're looking for buys on 15-minute. I mean, if you can get a close above, then that could mean price can continue moving up here. So you'll need this 30-minute candle to close bullish. What are your thoughts on a risk-reward ratio precisely 1 to 3? I think it's good. I think if you have opportunity to get 1 to 3 risk-reward, go for it. But for me, what I do is all the time I secure at 1-to-1 risk-reward. All the time. That's my game plan. Because here's the thing, right? I think securing on 1-to-1 risk-reward, there's a higher probability for you to secure profits at 1-to-1. There's a lower probability to secure at 1 to 3. You know, so I always want to go with a higher probability, 1-to-1. You know, that's what I do. Ooh, we are 40 likes away from 1,000 likes today. Wow, can 40 people who haven't liked the stream today, can they go like the stream today? So that, what's this? Hey Raja, is so and so a credible source. Why would you come on the stream and ask for someone else being a credible source? I don't understand. Are you confused?
Sheesh.
Roger, man, we have to
1100.
change your name to Rugal instead of Google, man. Everybody asking you questions, man. Like, hey, do the research.
1200 likes. God damn.
Oh, damn. I asked for 40 more, man. You guys came through quick.
Moving at supersonic speeds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go hit the subscribe button too. While you're
Subscribe and that bell notification, everything.
Oh, I don't know about the bell notification.
Man, it's amazing. 73,000 subscribers. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's unreal. I didn't notice YouTube subscribers until we got to like 60,000. Then I started noticing, I'm like, oh shit, 60,000 people. Could you please explain
That value, baby.
Yeah, that value. Could you please explain why do you mark on GJ the levels of support at 137, 400? What? Oh, someone donated.
Oh man.
Someone donated $100. Shit, now I have to match that donation. Come on, man. Why you gotta do this to me? Man, now I gotta match this donation. What I'm gonna match it with? I'm gonna match it with a sticker. Yeah, let's do it with a sticker. All right. There we go. Who is 11 people who don't like your stream? Those 11 people are the ones who lose all the time.
Yeah, stay in the gulag, man.
Yeah.
Forever gulags.
Forever in the gulag. Do you see gold breaking through support today, or we need more news? Let's see here. Ooh, we got news coming in about 15 minutes, and we're gonna see what happens here. There we go. We got that resistance on gold. Just waiting now with news. Imagine Ted donating and blowing your account. Well, if Ted donated, I think the SWAT team is going to show to my house. Where'd you get all that money?
Whoop whoop.
Yeah. Look at USDJPY. Wow, look at these candles closing like minor doji candles. Pretty difficult at this point now. GPJPY 15-minute candle closed bullish above these candles over here at this point. Looking at the 30-minute time frame, yeah, I really need this 30-minute candle to close bullish for price to continue moving up. Because I mean, if we rejected this on the 15-minute time frame before, can we reject this again to continue up or not? That's the question. But I already took my sells, I already took my profitable trade, and I'm not looking to take another trade. Ooh, someone donated $2 here. Raja, thanks. Not Banks. How's Milton? Milton is great. 10 ways to success. Awesome. Could you explain why do you mark GJ? Why you mark GJ the level of support at 137, 400, 137? It's right over here because there's support right over here. And 137, 650 because there's support over here. And a level of resistance because there's resistance over here instead of level. Man, what are you talking about? This guy is really confused. These are levels of support, resistance, support. There was a support over here which we broke. So I don't know. I think you need to go read about support resistance carefully again, asking that question. I mean, man, I think you need to
Come
like,
on, man.
yeah, come on, man. You gotta reread your questions before you ask them.
We gotta do a Sesame Street tutorial. We still have a lot to learn, basics.
Yeah, but the question made no sense. Why do you have a support at 137,640 when there's a support over here? Why wouldn't I have a support over there? And why do we have a support at 137,440? Why wouldn't I have it? Because, yeah, I don't know. The person is pretty confused there themselves. Wow, USDJPY is showing no signs of going back up. Look at this, just reversing over here. Coming down. GJ is also, I think you'll need a 30-minute candle to close here with a stronger confirmation of support to continue going up. Man, good thing I'm done, and I'm done. I'm not taking a second trade to lose those profits. Break from 1850, there's a $40 drop to 1820. Oh.
Yeah, based on the weekly, gold looks really juicy to the downside. For that move, we will need a catalytic to happen, but it's really possible because basically from 1850 to the downside is clear traffic based on the weekly candle.
Let's take a look here. Oh yeah. Even if you look on the daily here,
Yeah.
I think till about 1814, 1810 as well, Kervin.
Yeah. Yeah, 1810. You know that the same structure. If you've been trading for a long time, you will see that this structure always play out really well on 4 hours and 1 hour. Any time frame, you're gonna find the same kind of structure. So once we break 1850, it's gonna be a heavy move. That's what I'm expecting. I'm not sure if that's gonna happen this week or next week, but yeah, man, it's possible. Once we clear those rejection wicks around 1850, 1853, that's gonna be a nice move to the downside. I think Ted like 2 or 3 weeks ago was talking about this move on gold coming down to retest that area. But yeah.
And also, DXY has been rallying.
Yeah, you know that DXY is looking good for the bullish momentum. So yeah, man. But the easiest sells are gonna be below 1850. That's clean traffic.
The DXY represents the dollar index?
Yeah.
That's it, yeah.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
And like JPY to gold, but I've noticed that JPY gold as of recently has like a weak positive correlation. It hasn't been kind of keeping on par with it.
So far, gold is having this heavy resistance.
So Astro had a question in the chat. He says, "What's it traded against DXY?" DXY is just like an aggregate indicator for just US dollar. I think on TradingView there is also another aggregate of the world market. But it's pretty much just the strength relative to the entire market.
Yeah. If you look at gold, once we have a clear candle, the body of the candle closing above this area, you may have a nice move to this area right here. Other than that, this is gonna act as a heavy resistance, and it's gonna drive the price something like this. We test this area. That's the only play. But for the bullish run, I will need some sort of candle. If this was a nice candle closing like this, yes, it's gonna be buys, because basically the body of the candle is telling me we're gonna move up. But for that, I will wait for the 4 hour to close. 4 hours gonna tell me more. If I get something like this on the 4 hours, that's gonna be amazing for buys on gold. Other than that, still in the selling territory.
Yeah, like you were mentioning earlier, Crow, and during the week we could see like it's been a pretty bearish trend. So it looks like it almost hit like a double bottom for a reversal, but we'll see on the higher time frames.
Yeah. So yeah, man. If anything, wait for it. Wait for the 4 hour candle to close something. You're gonna have a 4 hour closing, something like that. Or even the 1 hour is gonna be the confirmation. If you have something like that, I will say take buys. At that point, your stop loss should be no more than 30 pips. Gold is wild, and it can take you, if you put, let's say, 15-20 pips, it's really easy for gold to pull back.
Oh yeah.
So if you have this hour candle closing like that, the next 4 hour can make the work, because we're breaking above the range that we have there. These wicks are telling me sell pressure, and this is basically rejection of the market. So if somebody is wondering why the market is behaving like that, is accumulation for the next run. It's range. So just be aware of, don't try to take any buys or sell in this area where the price is right now, because you're gonna get stuck in this massive range.
Yeah.
I'm wondering why GJ haven't moved really nice to the upside, to be honest, because because the move from last night, anybody who is in the Slack group, I sent 2 scenarios for GBP JPY. If we break that massive range that we have been consolidating for the last 3 days, there was easy 150 pip move either way. But the break to the downside and the news this morning about the vaccine, and it made the nice push on GJ, is telling me that we're going to the upside. But I'm wondering why we haven't moved at this point. And the next timing should be London close. So I'll be paying attention on GJ for London close.
And even the Asian session last night for GJ, like we could see that, earlier, I think it was last week when we were getting that COVID news, and there was a huge rally on GJ. There's clear wicks going to the downside. We did hit a lower low, but it didn't continue. It looks like there was some kind of resistance developed, and then from there it went back to the upside. So it might be we're going to be stuck in this current range for a bit. And now
Yeah.
for the upside.
Oh, it looks like it's gonna continue down over here.
Yeah.
Do you still have a runner? No. There's no runner. No, sir. But even if I had a runner, that runner would have been still in. Price never even came to that entry at all. It's continued down. Should have been up like 25 pips at this point. 1 hour flip bearish. 30 minute also flip bearish. We got about 3 minutes left for this news to come in.
On GJ, be careful around 137, 540, because that area, it's been acting as a support from prior days on 1 hour. Just be careful with it, because in that area we have some sort of rejections. Like I said, I'm wondering why we haven't moved to the upside. If we had, because for me, the push this morning on London, that's not a, a simple break and retest, basically a retest to the previous area of consolidation. For me, was more of the fake out based on the 4 hours. So it should continue moving up. But just be careful with it. I will give it some time. Maybe London Close is gonna tell me more.
Yeah, precisely. All right, gold is moving down prior to news over here. We have unemployment news coming in for the USD. They're looking at good numbers, so we'll see what it is. Oh wow, look at that rejection on GJ, man. Holy. If it closes above 137.640, then it's respecting that support.
Yeah, that's why I'm telling you. Be careful at that area right there, because it's a sketchy. I don't like it at all to take sells. Candles they're closing, above the previous support. Just give it a little bit of time. Let's see how this 4 hour candle close. We wanna see this 4 hour closing, bullish, even more to the upside.
All right, we got news coming in 1 second.
Okay.
Oh. All right, what's the result over here? Looking at, bad numbers. All right, yeah, bad numbers. Like a lot of people filing for unemployment here, seems. GJ is also respecting that support. Looking on the 30-minute time frame, 30-minute candle closed like a bullish doji candle. More in the 15-minute, it's still respecting that support.
Morning, Rakeel.
Hey, good morning.
You alright?
I'm all right. Are you all right?
I'm good, mate. I'm good.
That's good. That's good. Man, we had some nice sells on GJ today.
Yeah, have I missed them?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you know what? I've missed a lot of good moves. There's been a lot of good moves, and I've missed most of them. But I had to go out this morning, and then, yeah, still caught some all right moves. To be fair.
Oh, nice. GJ is frustrating me. Well, the only reason GJ is frustrating you because you're trying to overtrade at that point. Just take one trade. Take one trade. If it's a winning trade, call it a day. If it's a losing trade, look to see how it was a losing trade. That's it. If you take another trade after the losing trade, of course you're going to get frustrated. Bro, that's a given, right? So when you take a loss, just call it a day. You take a win, call it a day. Gold should go up with the bad news. Well, gold's going to do what it wants to do.
Yeah, gold is really trying to break the daily.
Yeah.
Once it breaks that, I was talking about it last night with Kerwin briefly. We both think it's a free fall, like with obviously other technicals and all the rest.
Mm-hmm.
But it is really trying to break.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Are you there, Kerwin?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Did you get that gold sell last night? I knew I missed. As soon as I went to bed, like an hour later, 100 pips.
No,
wow.
I didn't. I didn't.
100 pips.
Yeah, we were talking about it last night in the chat, Rakeel.
Yeah.
Have you traded, Rakeel? Oh yeah, I can see it. 12, 16 pips.
Yeah, it closed at like 10 pips, but the thing ran. Yeah, the TP was like 16 pips, so it went till there. So it's a pretty good idea we called.
Yeah, nice. Early on, pre New York push.
Yes, sir.
You've perfected that, haven't you?
Yes. Yeah. Look at this triangle support resistance intersection. If 4R closed back below the range, there's a high probability the price will correct the whole move down. Okay, but at this time, you need to look at how that's going to play out on the smaller time frames here as well. Like, like in the small time frames, you need this level to break and this level to break to continue down, like those things. You have to keep that in mind too. Like looking on the 4-hour and then drawing it is just, that's okay. But like really waiting to see how these zones break on the small time frame, that's going to give you a lot much better bias there. Oh wow, look at these 15-minute candles on USDJPY. Just doji, doji, doji. This candle's now continuing to move up. Gold is still stuck in this range over here. I just read one can buy 1 square foot of land in Scotland for $49.50 and become a lord. Oh. Lord Raja. Damn, I could do that. But for $50, become a Lord Raja. Will I get knighted by the Queen? Lorded. Hey Raja, good morning. Do you think it's a good opportunity if GA broke the high in M30 to go bullish? GA. Normally I would say send a chart, but since we had a good day here today, I'm going to take a look at this chart over here, GPAUD. Let's see here, 30-minute. Oh yeah, oh absolutely. This should mean it should continue moving bullish. If this was on GJ, I'd be taking buys over here for price to continue moving up. I'd be taking buys right here, putting my stops below the 30-minute candle and anticipating price to continue up in this 24 pip range. That's what I would do, no cap. But if this would end up in a loss, I wouldn't turn around and say, oh yeah, that was a bad trade. I would say, okay, if this showed up 1,000 times, I would execute it on it 1,000 times, because there's a very high probability for this setup to work out. Because man, this is the perfect setup here. This is a money-making setup right over here. Price came up, made a high, came down, made support, and should continue moving bullish. But if it doesn't, let's say if we look on the 15-minute time frame, if let's say this 15-minute candle closes bearish, then you have the opportunity to close partial positions. And looks like gold is about to do some digging over here.
I think gold's about to die, and I think I'm going to miss it. I keep getting in at 63, wanting to hold, and then I get to like 50 pips, 40 pips. I'm like, I'm out.
Yeah. Gold right now is dangerous. It's really good at least 1855. We know we're gonna tap there, but man, the way it's moving, I just hope this thing dies.
I want to close below and then a retest, but I don't think we'll get that curve, and I think it's gonna just fall.
Yeah, at this point, yes. I don't want the Gula to take this trade because then the trade is gonna play the other way. No, but yeah, gold looks really good to the downside. Definitely, yeah.
The thing is though as well, if you zoom out on and bang it onto the H4, you look left and you've still got candle bodies there. So until it's cleared them.
Yeah.
So like this could rip back up now.
Yeah, and you know, oh, okay, there you are, Raja, because you were clicking those gold cells.
No.
Okay.
No. Not me.
Okay, you see, at this point is where you want to secure some profits on gold. If you have anything, you know, close 50, and just for fun, let the other 50 run a little bit more toward 1850, because there's a huge chance. Yeah, there's a huge chance we're gonna tap 1850 at least. The only thing, you don't want to have anything on the table at this point. I mean, secure 50, secure 75, 25, whatever you want to secure, you know. But yeah, we can have a nice move on gold today. See, it's sometimes it's easy to trade gold, to be honest. There you go. So yeah, man, it's a blessing. Every day. Holy moly.
The trigger, but I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I'm glad I took this trade because right now I'm 70 pips in profit in 2 positions. So that's,
where did you get in?
I got 1860.
Oh, well done me.
Yeah.
Oh,
2
nice.
positions. Yeah, 2
And
positions.
I
I closed.
thought it was news at 1/2 that's why I stayed out.
Yeah, I closed one of them 1855, and the other one is running a break even so far.
Yeah.
And probably I'm gonna secure 50% when we tap 1850 or 1852. Should be nice.
Yeah, drop it on the 4-hour, Rakeel, please, if you don't mind.
It's
Right
it's
there?
a free fall.
Yeah, then you see, these.
This wick right here.
Yeah, I think I might. Yeah, that's what it's going for, isn't it?
Yes.
Remember, we're going to have a pullback as well. 4-hour closes in 20 minutes. So
Exactly.
if
Other
it
than
does close anywhere where it is now, then a retest. Perfect.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice
1850.
break.
Yeah, 1850 is a nice target for gold. I mean, I don't know what to say. It's a blessing.
Yeah, well done, mate. Well done.
Yeah, man.
That 1 minute's closed with no thingy though, so
Yeah.
no lower wick.
And 2 things are gonna happen based on the volume. We may just continue dropping with the next hour, because at this point the 4 hours is leaving nice area to retest. But based on the momentum, we may just continue dropping with the next 4 hours.
Yeah.
At this point, if anybody's trying to catch buys on gold like yesterday and the day before, don't do it. Give it some time.
Buys on gold at this point? I don't think
Yeah,
so.
because we have some sort of rejections around 1850, and in the last 2 days we've been looking at gold, and we tend to make these drops, and people try to catch the bottom of the drop to take buys. But I don't think we're gonna get that pullback today.
Don't call bottom. If you drop on the daily, Rakeel. Yeah, now look how clearer that is. See all these wicks? So it's, remember, we're still early on. We've still got the rest of New York, so it can pull back, news dependent.
Yeah, but those pullbacks have been happening because of the vaccines. That's it.
Yeah.
Like off the vaccine news, like this right here was on the vaccine news. Then again, we had the drop on the 9th November, same thing, vaccine news. This was right here as well on Monday, vaccine news. So this is based on just market structure and price action. And if we have a wick to the left-hand side, very high probability it's going to come down to 1850.
Yeah, and those vaccines, it's dropped on every one, but it's pulled the whole move back.
Yes. Hey, Keratin, where was your entry?
Keratin.
Hey, Keratin.
Entry on for Keratin was 1860.
Bro,
Keratin.
it even says your name over there, Kervin.
Yeah, I know.
Keratin.
They like to play around.
That's how dangerous gold is. See where I said that 1 minute close with no wick? It pulled back 20 pips just off that, then started to drop again.
Exactly.
Gold is like that bipolar girlfriend you have who works
I
at the
love
strip
them with
club.
Yeah, man.
And she's about to pull out that pregnancy test on you.
All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. This is a GJ 15-minute chart. Candles. See, this is not a good example of an impulse entry. Right over here. I would want this 15-minute candle to close and then continue down. Looking at 30-minute as well. 30 minutes also about to close. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at this 15-minute candle. Yeah. Because this candle here, it closed above support, right? And if it's breaking the low, let's see how big the stop is going to be like. 11 pips, 12 pips. Your range is also 10, 11 pips. Kind of difficult. I wouldn't be too confident. But if it does go down, awesome, because we're closing below the support and high probability to go down. Just manage your risk if you're going to have a stop loss up over here.
Just remember the 4 hours closing now as well.
Yeah, 4 hours closing.
Yeah, man.
If it did close, if they carried on that 15-minute trade, that would be a big rejection on the 4.
Yes. And it lines up with this support which we broke as well in the Asian session. Alright, let's take a look at this chart over here. Hey, was this a bad trade? Let's take a look here. Oh, wow, look at that. Took a short as candle broke the low. See, this is why, this is not how impulse entries work, because the candle was a weak bearish candle. Look at this, there was a weak bearish candle. This doesn't mean price is going to go down. Right, so yeah, it was a weak bearish candle. Weak bearish candles mean weak volume, you know, so that's why it was a bad trade. Are you guys trading based off daily support resistance? No, daily you go down to the 4 hour, then 1 hour, then 30 minute, then 15 minute. So we're kind of like trading based off of zones. If we break a zone, where can we go next? If we go there, are we going to reject it? What kind of confirmations are you looking for at that zone? And all those things, you gotta put those things together.
And then we flip a coin.
Yeah. Then we flip the coin. We're like, all right, the coin says sell. All right, let's take a sell. Hey Raja, how you doing? On your GJ trade, you have a box marked as your resistance. Where did you take this from? What time frame? Let's take a look here. This resistance? This is from the left hand side right over here. Because I marked this as resistance once it formed resistance and looked left, and it matched up with this area here. On the 1 hour as well, perfectly matched up over here.
Did you leave a run or a rakeel on GJ?
No, I closed everything.
Yeah.
Should have left that runner, would have been up around like 3,500, 4,000. But
yeah, you kept saying it yesterday as well. You knew it was gonna drop as well.
Yeah, but like I'm having such a good run. Like this week and last week I had zero losses. This week also I'm having zero losses. You know, so I didn't want to like risk it a little bit.
Smashed it. Well done, bro.
Yeah, man. Thank you. It's an awesome run so far. So far.
Look at gold. Gold's going to close back above that 55, you know. So those people that have took sells, thinking it's broke when it hasn't broke yet.
I've taken 13 trades since last Monday. All wins. I'm surprised. To be honest, I'm very surprised. Oh wow, this thing is continuing over here. It should continue breaking down. Once we broke this low, it should continue breaking down here at this point.
Are you not worried about those candles on the left, Rakeel?
Nope. I
On
mean,
the 30 net?
yeah, see, here's the thing. This area right here, which Herman also mentioned, this is
Yeah.
a problem area right here. Because
Yeah.
this is when pre-London came up to create like a resistance, right? So two
Yeah.
things can happen. Either price can continue down and correct this move based on this move here to the left-hand side.
Yeah.
Or if it's going to reject, it could create some sort of a minor resistance to continue down later on in the NY session.
Yeah. I like the first theory, following the candle.
Yeah.
The bullish full candle.
Yeah. Get it done quick.
Yeah.
That's it.
I like the look of that one.
Let's look at GA. GA also decided not to go up. It came back down. Probability didn't work on GA. Let's take a look at USD/JPY. Oh, USD/JPY is slowly continuing this move up. See, it's weird because the news was bad. They had bad news, but still things are moving the opposite. So it doesn't necessarily mean that bad news is going to move the dollar down or gold up. You know, it can move the opposite way because it's all based on how it's perceived in the market. Also, I do also think that if this news was bad, maybe it's going to take some time for market to absorb this news. You know, like maybe by NYC Open, it's going to absorb the news or something.
Isn't it as well, if they've predicted bad news and it is bad news, it's not actually bad, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's not actually bad at that point.
Yeah, because they've already predicted bad.
Yeah. But
forecast.
if the numbers come out as expected, even their bad numbers, that's considered good news because they expected it to be that way. Because when you can expect something to be bad, then you're planning based on that, right? And if it comes that way, then you're like, okay, you know what? We expected this, totally fine. But if it becomes worse than expected, then that's bad news. And they're like, oh shit, we didn't expect this to be bad.
Yeah, it looks like the retracement was greater than 50%. Can't get the FOMO, guys. I got my 30 pips today, and even though that gold sell-off looked lucrative, I had to hold the reins, man.
I was going to do the counter on gold, but no way. No, when I seen that, the 1 minute, like, done. But
yeah, man.
Bipolar. My chart, no trade zone.
Yeah. Bipolar girlfriend, man. Cost a lot of money, man. You have to get a Birkin bag just for her to stay sane.
Yeah, I like playing with fire. Makes you feel alive. But I did say this 4 hour would pull back and close above, which it's doing.
Yeah, I'm just happy I got my one trade in for the day, took that sell, and that's it. No stress.
I need to get on the screens early. You're catching them quick now, Rakeel.
Yeah, like yesterday had to wait. Yesterday had to wait about 2 hours to get a trade.
Yeah.
So yesterday it took a long time.
And today you finish work early.
Today we finished work early and then just hung out here with people. Sometimes like it happens, right? Like trading is like sales. Sometimes you have to wait a long time to get your trade, get that execution in, take profits. Sometimes, you get that perfect setup, you execute on that perfect setup, but just like sales, the sales doesn't follow through, right? But then sometimes what happens is you wait and wait and wait and wait the whole day, and then you get no trade at the end of the day. So
Yeah.
it's like sales too. You spend the whole day and you get nothing. Oh wow, look at that.
See what I said about the 4-hour closing?
Yeah. Crazy rejection there.
Wow.
Looks like this news is going to get absorbed in slowly, and then who knows? I don't want to speculate on gold, but it's back in the range now.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is where I want. So I want my entry at 63, 63.5.
Leave gold and start buying cryptocurrency on Binance. It pays better. Man, now since crypto is going up, we're going to have all these little weasels of cryptocurrency popping back up again. All these retards are going to come back up. Oh, hey guys, crypto is going back up again. Oh, look, I called crypto up. I mean, come on. Where were you guys when crypto was going down and ranging? Where were you then?
So glad you said that. I'm so glad you said that.
It happens
So
all the
stupid.
time, man. Thing goes
So
up and
stupid.
people just come in. Oh, hey, man, crypto.
You buy crypto, man.
Crypto.
It's better, man.
No cap.
XRP,
No
man.
cap.
Seriously. Like every day I'm getting messages in my inbox. Hey, bro, this new crypto strategy I have. It always goes bullish. I'm like, no shit, genius. It's going bullish anyway. It's nothing to do with your strategy. It's like, because I mean, look at it this way, right? At the end of every year, there's always the bull run on cryptocurrencies. There's always that run, And I mean, when you have new people, they come to cryptos, they see it move. They don't know how it moved last year or the year before. They just see it move. They're like, oh yeah, oh this strategy works. It works. No, it's just how the market is moving at that time.
Yeah, we've all been burnt with crypto. Rakeel, I was in it a long time ago. But I'm done with it. I left some in a mining company, and they've just gone into liquidization. Done.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah. Unless you're holding, let's say, 8 or 10 coins on crypto,
Yeah.
then that's worth it.
It depends as well. See, I've still got a few coins, but so all I didn't go mad. I had 10 coins that I put in £100 each, so only 1,000 in total, and it went up to around 7 grand or something. And I just left it. I've just forgot about it, and it is what it is. I'm gonna check it in another few years. That's it. No interest in it.
Yeah, it's gonna be sick. The guy that done mining company, is he from Nottingham? Yeah, I don't know.
What, is my accent that bad?
Yeah. I can't even tell. For me, it's a British accent. Hey, Raja, I took a loss placing a buy on GU, not realizing the 30-minute downtrend, but I feel happy that I realized that. Oh, that's pretty good. That is good. See, GJ now is what they call messing about. All right, let's take a look at this chart here. If we close above support, be looking for buys to retest the high. I think you'd be looking for buys above this area right over here. Sells if closing below and forming a resistance. Yeah, I think a minor resistance forming would be a better idea for price to continue down at NYC open or even by like London close. So that's a good idea. Because on the 15-minute time frame, we can see like it's kind of like, trying to consolidate. I mean, this candle is about to close in 3 minutes. So if it closes the way it is, it's kind of like trying to consolidate before another volume push. Raja donating to his stream for tax return. Yes. And you know what else I'm going to do? I'm going to donate to charity as well. Not only because it's going to benefit me in my taxes, but also it's going to benefit someone else too in charity. So yeah, that's what you get when you run a business. You can write that off as expenses. What else? I think that's it. I mean, we got 3 minutes left for this 4-hour candle to close. And okay, so look at it this way, right? Every day I trade one 4-hour candle. Just take that in, right? One 4-hour candle. I come on at 6:30. I leave at like 9 a.m. I only trade one 4-hour candle because every 4-hour candle is going to have an hour or it's going to have a 30-minute when there's going to be volume in that 4-hour candle. So I'm just looking to get that volume. So this morning, this volume came based on the 15-minute once we broke the low on GJ and we continued down, took a trade, and it was a winning trade. So I'm running a charity, currently collecting money from my account to the markets. Yeah, that's another way to give back. When the markets treat your account as charity. No, I think you just got to stop over trading. I mean, the best advice I can give someone is to just focus on 1-2 trades a day. That's it. That's all you got to do. If price closes back above the support, should I be worried about the support just above, or should I expect volume to break it? I think your first chart, oh, this one? Yeah, I think you need to see some sort of a resistance forming, because if you can get a resistance forming under this support which we held, then that would mean there's a high probability for price to come down, break this low, and then continue down towards 137, 450. But you would need some sort of a resistance forming at this point right over here. Have you heard about Lilium? It's launching next year. No idea what that is. If you make 10 pips today and lose it tomorrow, what then? That's not gonna. I'm not gonna say that's never gonna happen. There's a maybe 5% chance that may happen tomorrow. But for the most part, I do know is that if I'm going to take a trade and if I'm risking, okay, so let's say on this sell I made $1,200, right? If I take a trade tomorrow and I'm risking $1,000, I know for a fact I'm not losing $1,000. I'm losing maybe $700, $650, $800 maximum, but I'm never going to lose the complete risk I'm going to go in with because I understand risk management. I know how to do managed risk. I know how to cut positions short. So because of these skills that I've acquired being in the markets for this long, these skills, they basically hold me from losing the whole thing, which I want to lose. So it's called the risk management. Oh wow, it looks like USDJPY is not going to move up over here. I mean, it's bouncing around, just ugly now. UJ. Gold as well closed back in the range. Looking at the 4-hour candle here. 4-hour candle, like these bodies on the 4-hour candle, they're becoming smaller and smaller. So when the bodies become smaller and smaller, this just means that the volume going down is kind of like getting smaller. Low volume now. Done for my birthday. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Alex. Happy birthday. It's one of our members' birthday today, Alex Gomes. Hope you have a good birthday, man. Turned 21 today. Beautiful. Does anyone know how GA is going to behave now? Yeah, let me call GA's mom here. Hold on. And ask her.
Hello! How can I help you?
Let's take a look over here. Yeah, GA is, I don't know, I don't like it at all. It's just coming down. It's also closing at this support area, and looks like it can continue down here to the support area here. So I guess that's it for me here today. I'm gonna call it a day at this point. Gotta do some stuff today. But thank you, everyone.
Raja. Have a good one.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, Momo.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye.
Take care.
Care, man.
Take care, bro.
All right, take care.
Thank you, Raja.
Take
as
care,
See you
always.
homies.
tomorrow, everybody. Don't
Alright.
don't
Yes.
overtrade. Don't over risk. Just please don't do that. You know, if you took a win this morning, man, amazing. If you took this sell, you
Thanks,
took a
Bob.
win. Tell your friends about this stream because we give free money here today every day. So take care, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.